All right, we back live. Give me a second to the countdown. I don't see. Is it red? Lord have mercy. All right, good morning. Welcome back to the Wiley Show. We are here. Good morning. Good morning. We all come in the room. Good morning. You know, when I used to watch Monique's show, she'd be like, "Hi, my love, hug yourself real tight." I remember that. I remember when she did her show, they would say she's so loud. Like she would be so loud doing the show. But we are back. I got a couple of phone calls. Okay, got a couple of phone calls. We took that exclusive down. Okay, and we are here talking about a story time. You know, I can go back. I remember being in Chicago in my grandmother's house. She sold it, by the way, about 2 days ago. And I saw this young man with braces that was doing videos. I saw this young talent, chocolate man, um, and he would do videos. And I ran across him, and I remember I sent him a message, and I said, "Brother, would you like to come on my show? I would like to interview you because I believe that you are are extremely talented." And we and Armon said, "Yeah, I'll come on your show." And we interview and we start talking, and we start having these conversations. And one conversation that we had, it was a beat on, and I was listening to some music. I was going up with some beats because at that time I was managing one of my friends that was doing music. And then Armand Wiggins, like, he was like singing. He was singing like the Temptations. I'm like, boy, you can sing. Like, you should get into music. And he was really do. Like he was really getting into it, he was really singing. He really couldn't hit no high notes though. He couldn't hit no high notes. He just had a certain, you know, a certain tone of his voice that he would have. And I told him, I was like, Bob, and I'm like, dude. I remember that. And he was just really just, singing Temptations. And I said, bruh, you should get into doing music. And he said, really? He said in a nice, calm voice, he was like, really, Wiley? You think I can sing? I said, yes. I said, your voice is going to reach millions. And now that I see it now, and we got some exclusive information about just career, about music and stuff like that. We got some exclusive information that we will be putting out here. But I told him, I was on the phone with him. I said, you really need to get into some music, and it's gonna touch millions. And he did it. And he had called me when he's in the studio working with some top producers, and he was crying. I said, why are you crying? I said, why are you crying? And he was crying because he reached out, and this is no shade. He reached out to Nicki Minaj to get on a record, and they wasn't responding. So he cried. He was crying because he really wanted Nicki Minaj to be on one of his songs, and he was just boo-hooing. I'm like, why is he crying like this? I'm like, just don't worry about it. It's okay. Nikki, one day she will hop on one of your records. It's going to happen. Um, don't uh, don't don't worry about it. Stop crying. Nikki will hop on one of your records one day. And then in my mind, I knew like Nikki ain't hopping on nobody record like that because you know what I'm saying. She ain't really hopping on no man record that be hopping on, you know. She ain't hopping on no man's record that like man. I haven't seen her done that. And I didn't want to tell my friend that and hurt his feelings, but I was consoling him and he was crying. And when I told him to get into music now, he's doing music now, and that one time he's giving me credit to putting him onto music. You know, he was in the studio and I didn't get a phone call. I did not get an email, a text, a call saying, thank you, brother, for getting me into the music. You know, many people see him now. I'm not the one. I remember one time that song, I'm not the one. I remember one time I was humming. I was on my way going to service and I was humming that same beat. Na, 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 na. I was humming that. And here we go. A year later, or years later, I'm not the one that's playing. And I remember we was going over the idea years ago. Years ago. And I'm like, where's my credit? I don't see my name being mentioned in the producers. I don't see my name being mentioned as a writer. Any of that. I don't hear any of that. Like my name is not being mentioned, and it's okay. You know, he's releasing an I don't want to tear up. Wow. Let me take a breath because I definitely don't want to tear up. Okay. I do not want to tear up at all. I just don't want to tear up. But he's working on a new record. And I remember, and if he say that this ain't true, he's not. I was in the studio. I had my nieces and my nephews. We were supposed to do this gospel quartet. And we was in the studio. And I remember the kids, they were singing a certain beat. Kids in the background just doing something in the back. And I remember, Armon, he came through the studio. And he was sitting down. He saw how I was directing my nieces and nephews in the studio. And his new record got kids in the back singing. I'm like, what? How can? And I'm like, he's not giving me the credit on how I put him onto this. I was in the studio. It was on 35th and Giles. Was it Giles? 35th? Lisa, what were we at? Hold on, let me talk to my producer, Lisa. Lisa, what were we at? What? We was on 35th? I can't, Lisa, what? Excuse me, Lisa. What was that studio? Because you wasn't there, but I have it in my book. If you can find that when I was at the studio, I was with my nieces and nephews. And there's gonna be the new gospel quartet. Yeah, let me know. Okay, anyway. But I remember that. And so I know It was on 35th. I remember that. It was on 30th because I remember I didn't have a car. And I remember I had to get on the green line. Got on the green line, and I had to walk a couple of blocks. And I remember it was on 35th. There you go, Lisa. It was yes, it was on 35th Street. Right. Had to get on the green line. Yes. And I remember I had on some red Jordans. I remember that. I had on some red. Yeah, I remember I had on some red Jordans. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I had on some red Jordans. I remember that, Lisa. Yes, Lisa, you're right. I see you. I see you. Yes, I just really want him to give me credit. You know, doing the music and putting it out there. And I know I got a couple of people in the chat that are fans of Armon Wiggins. You know, they are fans of him. I can't say anything. They come in the chat. They never comment. But as soon as I say something negative, that how he stole my sound. And I know this sound bitter. And maybe I am a little bitter. Maybe I am a little bitter that he stole my sound. He's in a recording studio with my sound and with the vocals that I want to. Them same vocals that he's doing, I was supposed to do them same vocals. But it's okay. It's okay. And I know I got a couple of people in here that's big fans of Armon Wiggins. And they're going to come in here. They're going to drag me. They're going to say, Wiley is jealous. They're gonna say all this stuff. He's not on the internet, and Wiley got his Armon's name in his house. You know, they're gonna say it. I see the comments. I get the emails. I get the letters. One particular letter I got from Miss Memes. She wrote me a letter because I was talking about Armon Wiggins. I still have this letter in a special file. And she said, Wiley, I am 63 years old. And you always talking about Armon Wiggins. He's amazing talent. Get you some talent. She was 63. I think she said she was 63. You know, Lisa, if you had that letter, bring that letter to me. She was 63 years old. And she was so flabbergasted that I was talking against her favorite. You know, she would have his music playing when she would go to her doctor's appointments and going to the eye doctor. She would have him playing in the car and all this. But she wrote me a letter. She wrote me a letter. Okay, thank you, Lisa. Okay, I got the letter right here. And she said, Dear The Wiley Show, you are trash. You always talking about Armon Wiggins. You are jealous of his success. I was at church service for my pastor's 45th anniversary, and I had to go to the bathroom. And I turned on to YouTube, and you were having your video, and you were talking about Armon Wiggins. Why in the F, she cuts it. Now, this supposed to be a church lady. This supposed to be a church lady. Why in the F you talking about him? Get you some content. That's what she said. Get you some content. You always talking about him. And if I see you, hold on 1 second. Let me put my glasses on. Hold on 1 second. Let me put my this is what she said. When I see your A in the street, I'm gonna hit you with my walker. Now, this lady, Miss Sister Means, sent me a threat saying that when she see me in person, she's gonna hit me with her walker. I'm just saying that. Thank you so much, Lisa, for sending me that. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much for that, Lisa, sending me that. And I'm like, why would Sister Memes be so mean that when she see me in person, she's gonna hit me with the walker? How you doing, Nicole? Oh, it's so wonderful to see Nicole. And I'm not gonna put the letter out there because Miss Meme, she is in a nursing home right now. She sent me another letter. You know, she's in a nursing home right now and stuff like that. And she's in a nursing home. And I just want to just say that we just definitely we're gonna keep Miss Means in our prayers and stuff like that. But she is in a nursing home because she used to be on our text list. She's in a nursing home right now, so she's probably watching. Hey, the nurse is probably feeding her breakfast, and she's probably watching us right now. But I'm saying this because I get so many letters and stuff like that. Thank you so much, Lisa. Lisa, can you bring me if you could be a good person right now? Because I'm doing my video and I'm so hungry. If you don't mind, Lisa, can you scramble? I want some scrambled eggs, some pancakes. I want some bacon and some sausages. And also, I want some orange juice. And I want you to also take that cranberry juice out the freezer because I want to drink some of that. But thank you so very much. I just want that, and also if you can make me some bacon, like I want the thick bacon and stuff like that. Okay, I want the thick bacon and stuff like that. I definitely want me some bacon, and also yes, can you make that for me and stuff like that? Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you so much. Don't make too much noise when you're in there because I'm live. I don't want them to. I'm live. Okay. Yes. Listen, okay. Somebody said he was he had to delete it because he was seeing the phone call. So yeah. But no, in all seriousness of it, I am. I remember I was on all seriousness of it. You know what I'm saying? I think he said, "Okay, give me an hour. I'll be on the way." Okay, Lisa. That I appreciate that, and some people they get mad. I'm doing some content. Okay, all right. But also I want to say because we get so many letters and stuff like that. I do have a legal note. This is from Armon Wiggins' staff. This is from his staff. This is from Armon Wiggins' staff. To the people that's inquiring about Mr. Wiley, he have never, ever been in the studio. Give me a second. He have never been in the studio recording any sounds. Mr. Wiley have no power over the recordings, all the writing and stuff like that. The vocals that he's talking about have nothing to do with Armon Wiggins' vocals. He's doing this because this is a quote from his staff. He don't have any content. So he's doing this for clicks and views. I want the public and the world to know Armon and Wiley never talked about music, in quote. So I definitely have that. legal note that is coming from Regina and Associates that represent Armon Wiggins. That's one of his long time managers that reached out and gave us a legal note and stuff like that. Okay, um, yeah. So look at the people. Look at these people that come. You see how these people come? I want to open up the phone lines, and I want somebody to call in and try to troll me because you might get. These people are here. This one particular person said, "No, we don't care about content. We care about your jealousy. It's disgusting." You see these people? You never see these people before. Oh man, you see these people. I don't know who you are. Do you want me to drop you a link? Give me a second. Because she want my attention. Hold on. We open up the phone lines because you said I'm jealous. That's what you're saying. Did you send an email to RT to get a response? I did email Armon Wiggins' team, and that's the response I got back. You're making my day in order. So okay. I open up the phone lines if anybody want to call in, but I'm just giving my opinion. I'm just giving my opinion and stuff like that, how I feel. And people are coming at me and stuff like that. It's just like, why are y'all coming at me like that? Give me a second. I open up the phone lines. It's early today, you guys. Good morning. So good to see Nicole. I miss you so much, Nicole. Oh my God, seeing my friend, my dear sister, my friend. I've been a supporter of the Wiley Show for years. She's one of the original Wiley Show supporters. Been over here when I was over at the beef sector. And Sister Nicole would be following us and been a subscriber. And she's here today. Wonderful. So wonderful to see her. So wonderful. I mean, we have some beautiful conversations. I haven't seen her in a long time. And she's here today. Y'all give her a hand. Seeing her in today. Y'all give her a hand. Thank you so very much for that. Okay. Thank God you are early. Yes, I'm here. I'm on early. So give me a second. I'm gonna open up the phone lines if anybody want to call in.
Start your show now. Press 1.
Your show is scheduled to start in 24 seconds.
All I said was Armon Wiggins stole my sound. That was the sound that I was going to do for my supporters. That was the sound that I was supposed to do. And people are jumping on my back. They jumping on my
Your
back.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was the sound that I was supposed
Talk Radio.
to do. He stole my sound. Okay? Okay, he stole my sound. And people in the chat is dragging me. And all I'm just giving is my experience. Telling you that the sound that he's doing, we was doing that back in 2010 and 2011. And I could play you a record called Miss Parker Got a New Thing. Miss Parker got a new thing. It was supposed to be a hit record. I never released it because it was graphic. Miss Parker got a new thing. What's up, man? Thing. Miss Parker got a new thing. And I remember I played that record. So I'm doing this video because I have a right to do it. So we're gonna work it with the attorneys. Some people are here saying that I'm jealous. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Okay. You start singing the shows, the ladies start calling in. Nobody else do these type of content. You are obsessed. Jealousy is real, people. Why anybody to recognize jealousy when you sing? You can call in. When you going back on, we going on stage here after this. We going on stage here after this. Yes, he stole my record. What I got to laugh for? What I got to laugh for? I got my legal note right here. Time for you and mine to make up a collab. You think so? You want me on one of the records? Let you Wiley get your credits. Thank you, Lala. Wiley, why you keep leaving me on read? I haven't been trying to get you to watch this video. Oh, okay. I'm gonna talk to you. I got you. Where's your header? They said here. I got you. But we do have the phone lines open up. We need royalties. Yes, Jessica, we do need our royalties. And I'm just giving my point of view here. And I know it's going to be, the headline is going to be, Wiley is jealous of his record. No, I'm not jealous. I just want my proper credit. That's what I want. That's all I want. My proper credit. That's all we asking for. All right. So I know I got a couple of people in here. Is he okay? I got you. I don't believe well because he plays around a lot. Well, what you want me to do about it? We're gonna have to start a petition that I get credit for the songs. I remember we was at the studio. All right. 0884.
Hey, it's Lisa Lollipop.
How you doing, Lisa? How you doing?
I'm doing good, Wiley. So you wanted the orange? Wait, you wanted the orange juice and cranberry juice, or just the cranberry juice?
I wanted both.
And Wiley, listen, I don't know what's been in the air, but I've been feeling a little depressed too. So I'm glad you shared that earlier because it made me feel a little better.
Yes, because I had to share it because I was feeling real low. I was feeling really.
I don't know what's going on
for the past couple.
I feel the same way.
Maybe because I'm single and all. I don't know. I just get to these low, like really, really low moments to the point that I don't leave the room. I don't shower. I don't go outside. I don't check the mail.
Yeah.
I don't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Don't do anything. And I shared that because I said, okay, let me share it because I get so many messages from the subscribers and they say, when you going live, and usually when you go live, you're supposed to be joyous, you're supposed to break the tea and all of that. But if you don't feel like doing that, you know, that type of way. But I'm feeling a little bit better today. I just have to share it. I get so many messages from people. They said, be encouraged. Don't let them bombard you with all these type of medications and stuff like that. So I was glad that we had that conversation today because you was able to share what you was going through. And so I'm not afraid to share that because I know so many people, I have so many people on YouTube that goes through depression. They won't share it. They won't say nothing about it. They won't talk about it. And they suffer in silence. We lost a YouTuber.
Right.
Maybe a couple of years ago, he committed suicide. And everybody was so shocked. Like, oh my gosh, like what? Oh my gosh, what happened? But he talked about that so much. He talked about, you know, doing it before and he failed at it. And then he was actually successful on that point. And you know, it's just so sad. So I don't want to suffer in silence. I want to at least let people know, okay, this is what I'm going through. Can you pray for me? Can you give me a prayer? Can you know what I'm saying? In that type of way, because I do get depression and stuff like that. And usually I know I do need to go to therapy and talk to somebody and actually work through the problems and try to see why do I always have these triggers when I'm going through. So I definitely want to work on that and work through those situations.
Yeah, I think I need to do the same too, because some days I have panic attacks. I just cry for no reason. I feel like the world is ending. I feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel like I'm not where I want to be at. I look at everybody else and how their life is, and then I'm a single mother and I'm the main provider, and I just have to get up and do what I got to do. And sometimes I just don't feel as strong as I need to feel. But I'm just glad you shared that, because a lot of people go through that and they don't want to feel alone,
Absolutely.
Because that has a lot to do with it, just feeling alone.
And I'm so glad right now I don't have any children, because that'll be difficult to go into depression and you have children, because you can't, like me, I can go away and don't leave the house for days, but you can't do that. If you got children, you got to get up and cook for them. You got to get them ready for school. You got to get them ready for their daily life. So you can't tap out.
Exactly.
I'm glad that I don't have any children, because I think when you have children and go through, like, you still got to be a parent. You just can't say, "Oh, y'all, I need to take a 6-month break."
You do not have a choice.
You still got to do those daily activities for your child. Or in some cases, people have multiple children that they have to go through and stuff like that. And I think that we all should have groups where we talk and just talk about, hey, how you doing? How is you going through today? How your day is. We need to be more like that as a people. Absolutely. Like, we need to be more the people, have like a Zoom meeting and we just talk and stuff, because now you can do it on Zoom, and because I know a lot of people don't live in the same states, and maybe I need to start there. Like, we have like a Zoom session and we talk about our day and talk about our situation and stuff like that. That's what I kind of like miss when I'm in the hospital. We have those group sessions and we talk, but when you go on the outside, you be like, and some days when you get good treatment, when you don't want to leave to the outside, where you like, I just want to stay in here forever, but that's not the case. You got to go back outside in the real world, and you got to go through this stuff in the real world, and stuff like that. And I look at my life and I'm saying, okay, what gets me? I'm like, man, I'm 31. I should be a millionaire, or my finance should be better than what it is. I should have a family. I should be married. This person I grew up with, they're married. And you look at this and social media, this is why you do need a break, because I'll be looking at people's pages and I just get super depressed. I'm like, oh my gosh, they married, they happy. Why I'm not like them? And I have to really stop following that and watching it on Instagram. But I remember I took a day and I was watching, like, some of my friends who grew up in high school. They live in successful lives. This only what you see on social media. And that's why social media has caused a lot of people to be depressed as well, because they look at other people and they look at their personal life and they oh my gosh, I wish I had what they had,
Yeah, it gets tricky and difficult, and your emotions run deep, but you keep fighting another day, then it gets better and better. But,
absolutely. Like,
some days are good, some days are bad.
Absolutely. Like, the sun is shining. I had got in the shower today. I was listening to my music there, feeling, better. And I haven't done that in a while because I've been just in the room, just watching a show, just depressing music, get into that depressive state and stuff like that. So yeah, that's good that you saw that video and I shared that so people can watch it. And also Storm, I think he watched it as well, and he was saying, man, be okay, go outside for a walk. That's amazing that we sharing it, because I think this is one of the only channels that really talk about mental health, going through, we talk about those tough things. A lot of YouTubers don't want to talk about it because they just want to break the tea. They don't want to talk about it, or they don't want people and then a lot of people don't want to look weak and say, oh, I'm talking about I must be weak, so I don't want my supporters to think that I'm weak. But a lot of your favorite content creators, some of them that's making the good money, they in therapy sessions right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because Larry Reed, he put Kerryon Franklin in counseling, and he paid for his counseling sessions. I said, that's why Larry Reed is
really?
See, after he interviewed him, he said, I will pay for your counseling session, and that man's still doing those sessions. He's still doing it. Yeah. So when I was watching, I'm like, oh my God, that's so amazing, because that stuff is expensive. Like, going to therapy and counsel costs money. That's not cheap.
Yep.
I would love for it to be free. You can get any therapy you want. The government paid for it, which they should. You know what I'm saying? Because that will help a lot of people being out of jail. That will help a lot of people not commit crimes. That will help a lot of people have a better life if they don't have to worry about how I'm going to pay for that, because that stuff is very expensive. You know, especially if you want good help, it's quite expensive for that stuff. For a good counselor, you're paying. You know, they got to eat too. That's their job. They got to eat too. So you got to make sure you provide for them and stuff like that, because it's not cheap. That's stuff like Will Smith. I don't really feel sorry for Will, because Will got the power and the money to get the best help that money can buy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel more so sorry for the single mother that's going through and can't afford to get the help. I more so feel sorry for that person than a person like Will Smith, because he got millions upon millions of dollars, and it's going to be difficult for a single mother to say, okay, let me pay for a counseling session, but yeah, you got to feed your baby, and your children need new shoes, because children grow faster than anything.
You got to pay the bills. You got to feed them, daycare, clothes, shoes, gas.
Absolutely.
Everything.
Absolutely.
Life, everything. And my son goes to therapy, so I have to pay for therapy. You got to think about stuff like that. Doctor's bills, everything. Sometimes it feels like you just drowning in bills.
Drowning in bills.
But God is a provider.
Absolutely.
God is a provider.
Absolutely. That's why I made the conscious decision for myself not to have children and do it single. I want to have a partner when I'm doing it, because I always think of like, man, if I bring children here and I'm by myself, I mean, I got to work all these double. I think about that before I get it on. But because, you know, kids are very expensive. I've sent stuff back home for my sisters for their children. Children are very expensive. Like diapers are expensive, especially if you got an infant. You got to pay for the milk, the water, the diapers. Like when they grow, the clothes they had on 6 months ago can't wear it anymore. You got to buy them. It's really challenging. And then for a woman to do that, and then what I've learned for a lot of single mothers that I talk to, they still want to date. They want to have a life outside of being a mother. Because some mothers lose themselves. Like, I'm still a woman, and I want to be happy outside of just having children. So I think I remember one woman, she said, well, I want to date, but I'm so bombarded with children that I lost my life. Like my life is lost. Like she's lost. And it's so sad to hear that, because I'm like, wow, because it is challenging to date, because you don't know if the person looking for you or for your children. You know what I mean? Like you don't know if I want to introduce them to my life, or they there, because you got the predators out there. So it's way difficult when you're trying to date and find love when you have children. It's very challenging.
Yep.
It's very, very challenging. But
And then, like for me, my child's father, he's facing life in prison now. So it's just like, it's just me. I want to date, but I mean, I'm not gonna date a guy that's struggling too. Like
that's true. So y'all struggle, right? So y'all, but y'all struggle. Okay, well y'all struggle. Oh, that's a good point. Like I don't want to get someone we struggle, and I'm a man, so I have I feel obligated to do for her, especially if she have children. Oh man, I got to do for her and her children and stuff like that. And sometimes that do make you a better man once you have responsibilities. Some men they look at that as a challenge. Okay, man, this is game day. This is something good. And you got some brothers out here don't want to get a job, don't want to work, want to live up on you. Play the video game, and you do all the work. It's some of them guys that still exist, and it's shameful, but it's really sad, because I don't think no man should just live at home and not provide for the family. Like a man's supposed to provide.
Absolutely, I'm gonna struggle by myself.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna struggle by myself.
You don't need to struggle, and we humping together, and then you don't want to get no job, and I gotta pay all the bills and work, and it's hard. I work with a lot of women that that they're single or they're in a relationship, and they paying all the bills, and it's a struggle. They be like, man, He don't want to do
That's
nothing. And they
crazy.
complain. They be in the break room complaining. I mean, I could write a whole book of just hear all this. They just be complaining about their men. They don't work. I don't want to stay in that. Work. I remember one time I was working this one job, and the woman she was so shocked. She was like, "You took 2 buses and a train, and you walking in this slow, and my man can't even get up and get him a job, and you come from the south out." And we had a conversation. And she was just going in on her man about how he don't work, how he don't do this. I don't understand. But you become an enabler, and once you become an enabler to a no good trifling man, it's hard for that man to get up and say, "I'm gonna get a job." Because once you give him that cushion that he don't need to work, blah, 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 it's hard for that person, that man to get up and say, "Hey, I will work one day." And it's difficult. And I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. So just having that conversation. I think this is the first time you called in, right?
No, I called in one time before. You thought you thought Nicki Minaj was calling, but it wasn't.
Okay. Okay. All right.
And I was like, no, it's not Nicki.
I thought it was Nicki calling in.
But yeah, that's crazy though. Just for a woman not to be lonely and not to feel lonely, what they'll put up with, that's just crazy. I'd rather just, try to get me more than one stream of income, which I'm currently doing, and just trying to do for myself without having a man, because I ain't lonely. I just want you to pay the rent.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I feel you on that.
So listen. So to beat your depression, like, what do you like to do? Like for me, if I get up in the morning and I get my coffee and I get my edibles and I start cooking, then I set myself up to have a good day and I don't really fall into that depression. So what do you like to do to kind of keep yourself out of that depression?
For me, reading a good book. Now I got a video game. I purchased a video game, and now I'm into like playing games right now. So, and then I watch, and then now I watch a lot of wrestling. I watch a lot, in which that's probably when I'm gonna start reviewing like wrestling shows. I catch myself watching it more now. And that's what I do. And what I used to do, and I'm gonna get back into doing it, is going out for nice walks and working out in the gym. I used to do that and I stopped. And sometimes it's best, whatever works, keep doing it and don't stop. It's my advice, people. And so I got to get back into that zone and something. And also too, taking regular trips back home to visit like my nieces and nephews, my mom, my family, and all of that, and my grandmother, because I felt I had so much fun just being around my family, talking to my grandmother, watching old movies, just talking with family. Like, you really need that, because that's a healing mechanism as well, being around your family. Like, I'm in Texas. None of my families live in Texas. Like, some of my family, they live like in Houston, but we don't really talk like that. But I'm talking about my immediate family, like my sisters and brothers and my mother and grandmother. They all live in Chicago. That's where they live at. So sometimes I want to get back into taking regular trips, because I had the ball when I was with them, and it was amazing, man. Yeah, absolutely. I miss being around my family, because being here in Texas, no family. I'm not dating, not in a relationship, just so sad. But I shared that because I had worse days than that. I was able to get up and share that. But yeah, and now talking to you, and there's so many other people that are going through worse than what we're going through, that need some treatment.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right now, and they're going through watching this, and sometimes people. I remember one time, one lady, she said, "You get me through because I lost my mother, and I will just watch your videos. You bring joy," and that's what I want to continue to bring, that joy. But I want to make sure that I'm feeling joy inside as well, because you got so many entertainers. How many entertainers we know that entertain people, but they died, they commit suicide, they was depressed. You didn't even, you know what I'm saying? And yet they were making millions and millions and millions and millions of people laugh, and these movies and all this, and they're no longer with us.
Yeah, it's sad. And I'm going to say one more thing and I'm going to let you go. But it's funny you said that because I think yesterday I was cleaning up my bathroom. I was like, you know what? People would love to have a bathroom to clean up. People would love to have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. People would love to, be able to just I'm maintaining, but I'm not where I want to be. But people would love to trade places with me. People would love to own their car and different stuff like that. But in a situations as individuals we're in, we always want to do better than what we're doing. Like
That's
even
true.
if I have a mansion, I'm still gonna feel like I'm not doing enough or I'm not, it's just gonna always be there. But I just keep reminding myself, God is a provider. People would love to trade places with me. It's a lot of people that look at me like I have it all together, but they don't know what I go through behind closed
Come
doors,
on,
like at all.
preach.
So yeah.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Where you from? Where you from?
I'm in Florida. I'm in
Gainesville, Florida.
It's like 2 hours from Orlando, an hour and a half from Jacksonville. Yeah.
Wow. It's something
and
about
I love it here. I love Florida.
It's something about Florida. Like Florida is something I always would like to visit Florida because Florida is just, I heard, is really nice. It's expensive, I know, in Florida, but I would love to just visit Florida. I know y'all governor is a hot mess.
Yes, he is.
He's a hot. I love watching. He's entertaining. He's a hot mess. I'm like, damn, Florida, y'all voted this man in. He's a hot mess. Like I never. He's just a hot mess. I would rather prefer him like being a governor of Mississippi or Alabama or something. He's a governor of Florida. That man is a hot mess. Shout out to Florida. I don't know if y'all gonna vote him back in or whatever. But I just be watching his video. I'll be watching his press conference. I'm like, this man is a hot mess. But hey, that's what y'all voting in. The Sanchez. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, the Sanchez.
Yeah, well, when you come, we can definitely hang out.
Yeah.
I'll show you a good time. We're going to turn up. We're having a good time. No
Absolutely.
worries. Don't think about nothing. Ain't worried about nothing.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'll let you get on to your other callers.
Okay.
And I'm coming with your breakfast, Wiley.
Okay, he's smart. Everyone. Okay, some of his policies I do like. Like one of the policies I like is not teaching a child about being gay at K-3. I do like that policy.
I like that too.
I like that policy because I don't think we should be introducing sexuality to children. I think that you should wait till they become. I can understand in high school you have a course about that because they get in your high school or sex education. Because I remember we had to take that back in high school. I don't mind that, but somebody in second or third grade, no, I don't mind. So I agree with that policy from DeSanchez. Like I agree. I'm like, okay, I like that policy. And a lot of stuff he do a lot of rhetoric because he's going to run for president one day. Like not if Trump run in 2024, he's gearing up to be like Trump vice president, vice VP. But yeah, that's what he's gearing up to go to. But yeah, that policy that I heard from Florida, I'm like, okay, I like that policy. I really do.
Yeah, I can agree with that one.
Yeah, and I know most parents that do that. Yeah. Go ahead, sister.
No, I was going to say, and another thing, this is completely off topic, but that slap was definitely fake. That Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, that was completely fake. It was completely staged. And I think people will believe anything. And if it was real, he does need to go to jail. He does need to go to jail for at least 30 days. You can't just go up to people and slap them. If that was my daddy and somebody went up there and slapped my daddy, I would not like that. If somebody would go up to your parent and slap them because a person didn't like what they said, that's absolutely unacceptable. People need to stop making excuses for Will. Will Ben has therapy. He has the money. He has the resources. He's fine. Him and Jada don't even like each other like that. So he's not going to, this is the most prestigious award in the world. You're going to use, if that was two black girls, what would they say, Wiley? Oh, they so ghetto. Oh, my gosh. Oh, this is not the club. Oh, my gosh. This is not Section 8 housing. If that was two women, they wouldn't say, oh, she's protecting her husband. No, we would be some ghetto hood rats.
I said he should go to jail for 30 days. And oh, my God.
Like, are you serious?
Because, like, you committed assault. Like, I don't if somebody were to slap you, you're gonna press charges. I don't think you're gonna be like, oh, I understand. This is not the BET. This is not the Source Awards. This is not it. This is the one of the highest award that you can get as an actor. And people will say, well, they ain't for us. Well, he was nominated and he went. So, and he won for best actor. And now he had that. I think he's gonna get through it because he's powerful. Number one, he's rich. He's going to get on Table Talk. Mm-hmm. He's going to have a psychiatrist. He's going to break down in tears about his childhood. He's going to share something he never shared. It's going to go viral, and people are going to forget about it. Mm-hmm. Like, he's going to turn. Like, one thing about the Smiths, when they get some controversy, they know how to clean it up. And he's going to, baby, he's going to clean it. He's going to get Chris Rock to come on there. Like, brother, I'm sorry. I was going through. He's going to have Chris Rock open up about his problems and his childhood. It's going to be one of the highest rated Red Table Talk people gonna be watching, and it's gonna happen. Like when the whole thing with August, I seen it. Oh, he cheated. She cheated. August. You see how they spun it? It was an entanglement. Yeah. It was this, and we stopped talking about it. Well, I think once we'll spin it, it ain't gonna be. He's gonna spin it for the good. Like, it's just watch when Red Table. That's what they're not talking. They're gearing up to what he's going to say. He's talking with his advisors, how we're going to spend this. Mm-hmm. And people, and the black people, we're going to support Will, regardless. You know, white America, they'll throw you out in a second. But black folks, he will always be our guy, Will Smith. You know, we love Will.
Yeah, and the way he tied that into his speech was too good. I'm like, this was all just a setup. I don't believe it. And he was laughing. He thought the joke was funny. He thought it was funny. But now all of a sudden you're mad because Jada didn't like it. Like, no, you and Jada don't even like each other. Y'all just don't believe in divorce. So I don't believe none of it. I think it was all fake. He thought it was funny. He was even smirking when he was leaving off of the stage after
he was smirking. He was laughing. At least he should have got, like, if he couldn't get 30 days in jail, at least a day or two in jail, something to say this is not appropriate for you to get on stage and slap.
It's not. It's not the Oscars. At the Oscars, come on. It's the Oscars.
If your son or daughter slaps somebody at school, they're gonna get suspended. It's just that simple.
Or if somebody slaps them, and now you're ready to fight. Somebody slap your child, now you're ready to fight.
Absolutely, no. You're not gonna be understanding. You're gonna be like, hey, who hit my baby? You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna go on. Almost definitely.
Over a G.I. Jane joke? No, I don't believe none of it. But if this would have never happened, then we wouldn't have really been talking about anything pertaining to the Oscars. How do you feel about that Megan Thee Stallion performance?
You know what? To me, I don't like Megan Thee Stallion. I feel like she's just like a machine is really forcing her down our throat. I used to like Megan, but I don't really like her like that. But I like Beyonce performance. I think Beyonce performance, it was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I think with Megan, they just forced her down our throat. And I'm like, oh my God, a lot of Megan. Yeah. But Beyonce always give good performances. You know, it always, and then her daughter was dancing. I'm like, look at Blue Ivy. They're really setting Blue Ivy up to become a millionaire. I think she's already a millionaire, but they're setting her up so she can get her own stream of income.
Yeah, Blue is a star.
Absolutely. So we gonna see how this gonna play out with Will and Chris Rock, and don't be surprised they be on Red Table Talk together. He's talking and stuff like that, and they having a conversation. And then Jada gonna be like, you know, I got alopecia and I had it for a while, so that joke.
She had alopecia. She wouldn't have no eyebrows, no nothing.
You don't think she got
her hair? Probably was just falling out for other reasons.
You don't think that she got alopecia? You think she just saying that just to be saying that?
Oh, maybe it's the point is it ain't like she got cancer.
Right. It ain't like but they've been roasting Jada. They said Jada should just put on a wig and get over it. But that's what people would say. They said put on a wig and get over it.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what my mama said. A nice little finger wave, a nice little Miss Peaches finger wave, and go and sit down somewhere. Okay, but Wiley, I'm gonna let you go.
Okay. Well, you came through. You was like, Will Smith should go to jail. I said that, and I wish you was tuned in on that day I said that, because these people, they was letting me have it.
Every time you go live, Wiley, I'm there.
Okay.
I'm there.
Thank you.
I'm there. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you so very much for calling in.
Yes, you have a great rest of the day. I'll be listening.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, wow, that's amazing. You just never know who's going to call into the Wiley Show. I thought that was an Armon Wiggins supporter was going to call in and drag me about that. But good morning. Hey, Nicole. Can you call in about alopecia? Nicole, do you want to call in? Go to city council meeting and help people who truly need help in your community. You just while you just apologized for saying he should go to jail. I did. I did, because I was thinking about it. I was like, man, maybe 30 days are too rough. Maybe a day, but I do believe something needs to happen. I do believe he should get suspended from the academy. I definitely believe that. But we thank y'all so very much for calling in and doing the show today. I'm going to leave this live up. Y'all, you are officially on the marathon. It's a budget on the show. We doing shows back to back. All right, y'all. We about to go head over to Station Head. We're going to listen to this. I finally got this Donda album that we can listen to. Finally got it. So now I'm back in my zone. I'm feeling better. Yeah. We're live on Station Head. I'm feeling better. All right, so we about to go live over here on Station Head. Good morning. Y'all are coming through. Good morning, Station Head family. Good morning. Thank y'all so very much. So good to see you, Nicole. I'm going to call you later. Thank you all so very Yes. Thank you so very much for calling in our Station Head show. Yeah. I felt that right. Did it? I feel better. Oh, I feel like doing a shot right now. Man, I wish I had on some shorts. I could get up and do a shot right now. I could get up and do it. I wish I had on some shorts. Hey, glory. Oh man, download the Station Head. Stationhead.com/the Wiley Show. Okay. And we on Station Head. Download it, stationhead.com/the Wiley Show. Just download the app and type in the Wiley Show. Do y'all have the app? Download the app. It is an app. Got to have an iPhone or an Android. Have an iPhone or an Android. Okay? Have an iPhone or an Android. I don't think it'll work on an Obama phone. Have an iPhone and an Android, and it will work. We about to listen to Donda. Okay? Look at the people already in Station Head. They dragging me on Station Head. One person said, the obsession is real. Yes, Peaches, and we got to come back and do another live. Members only live tonight. We're going to be doing a watch party. Members only. Y'all already know we did the poll. We're doing a members only tonight. We did one last week. We're doing one tonight. I got to do it with my members. So thank y'all so very much. And all my wrestling fans, we will be reviewing WrestleMania. we will be reviewing WrestleMania Saturday night and also Sunday night. Okay? We will be reviewing WrestleMania. Yes, I'm on station here now, Miss Kitty Cat. I'm on station here now, Miss Kitty Cat. So we'll be reviewing WrestleMania. That is one of the biggest wrestling events of the year. We will be reviewing that live Saturday and also Sunday. Okay? Oh, the Members Only Live is available for Patreon subscribers. So members and Patreon subscribers, we have a watch party we're doing tonight. Members and Patreon subscribers, meet us on that. So thank y'all so very much. And I will see y'all on stage here. Thank y'all so very much. Okay. I'm seeing the people already tuned in. Thank y'all so very much. So much to see you. Thank you, Nicole, for coming through. I will talk to you later on today. I thank you so very much for coming through. You make me feel so very much, okay, for coming through. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I'll be home in 20 minutes at Uber. Okay, Nicole. I'm going to call you later once you get out the Uber. I get behind. Glory! Yes, 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 yes. My. Yeah. Man, I felt that. Let me post the Patreon. Give me a second. I'm going to post the Patreon. Give me a second. I'm going to post the Patreon so y'all can definitely see that. And that's another thing. I'm going to get back in church, too. I'm going to get back in church. I'm going to get back in church. Okay. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Let me go on station here. All right.